Hello, welcome back to the woods. Welcome back to a little update video. So there we go, that is my survival necklace. And if you watched the last video, you will know that in the winter time, when you've got all those layers on, rather than trying to get to stuff down on your belt in pockets because you're wearing all these layers, can be a little bit difficult. If you've got one of these, then it's literally just a matter of opening up the top of your waterproof, your wall smart, whatever it is, just pulling it out, and you've got the essentials there that you need. On mine, I always have a cutting tool. I use various ones. Quite often it's my German army knife, but for a really lightweight option, this is my little Opinel number 8 garden knife. Stainless, and it's all round a cracking little folding bushcraft knife. Obviously it is a locking knife, which if you're going to carry it as EDC, because it's got a lock in it, you can't, so you need to find a slip joint. You could use just a standard Swiss Army type knife, or as I said, quite often I use my German army knife. The point is, it wants to be something that's there for your everyday cutting. It's not going to be for whittling spoons, splitting logs, all of those types of things. It's just there for your everyday cutting. So it might be cutting cordage or trimming things as you're foraging. It can all be done with a small little knife like so. Also on here I have a ferro rod, but it doesn't need to be a ferro rod. It could be a little bit lighter, and indeed sometimes I do carry a little bit lighter because of ease of use. Ferro rod obviously is ultimately dependable regardless of the weather, so it does make a good choice. My other two items I carry on here are all to do with signalling, and the first one is a little whistle. This is a homemade little antler whistle, and it's so that I can get people's attention if I need to, or if I'm working I can start groups off on things. If it's a race, it's something competitive, or if I'm out in the woods with my kids, I use it for communicating with my kids. I'll give a couple of blasts on this, they hear it, and wherever they are, they respond with their whistle as well. So a whistle, a really good little item for drawing attention. Something else that's ultra useful is a small torch, and this one is one of those little tiny, this is a little Olight rechargeable. But it's small, it's lightweight. Because it's hanging around your neck, if you want to light up the ground in front of you, you literally just turn it on and it lights up the ground in front of you. Having a little light, well, sometimes I find this is pretty much all I need. So that is my little survival necklace. It's lightweight, it's easily to hand. I've always got it with me when I'm in the woods, and it's an excellent all-round bit of kit. Now, I know some people don't like the idea of having a fixed cord around your neck, just in case you do slip and fall, and it could be a strangulation hazard, I guess. Now, I was talking about this to one of my patrons, and he came up with a brilliant idea. He said, what I use is very, very simple, and it does the same job as the magnetic clips and the various breakaway clips, but it's super simple. And there it is. All he's done is he's tied that into a paper clip, and should you fall and get snatched, well, this just easily pulls away. So it's a really simple idea. That was from Mike Keogh, so thank you very much for that idea, Mike. So anyone who's looking for a simple and effective breakaway system, a good old paper clip, very cost efficient and all round excellent idea. So you don't have to have one like this that's all made from leather. You could go for something really simple, make one yourself. This is one made out of webbing, and piece of paracord, piece of webbing, all round, nice and simple, easily available and quite easily made. Now, this particular one, well, quite a few people asked me to make these up, and so what I did was I've made up the pouches, and these pouches will take a German Army knife, a Swiss Army knife, an Opinel number 7, a number 8 garden knife. But what I've also got on here is a meter of 550 cord, and that's the one obviously with the strands inside, so you're not just getting a meter of cord. If you need to, you can break it down. What I've also put on here is a couple of other items. One, these little tiny distress whistles, incredibly lightweight, incredibly loud, and very, very simple to use. I've also put on here one of these little squeeze lights, and this one is a little 12.5 lumen light. I've used these a lot over the years, and I've finally found one that chucks out plenty of light. You can squeeze it, or you can put it onto a fixed mode where it will stay on like so. So you can hang it up under your basher, and it's all the light you need. It really, really is. I've also put on here this little tape, and this little tape, now that is for holding a compass. I've left off a means of fire lighting because that tends to be a very personal thing. Some people want big lighters, some people want jet lighters, some people are quite happy with a ferro rod. These, once you've got them all loaded up, and I've got one here all loaded up, and in this one I have a little Boca Atlas, great little knife and super, super lightweight. I've also got my little whistle, my little squeeze light, and a little light my fire striker, ferro rod, and then finally there's my little orange tab, and it's got one of the little clipper compasses on there because that's what it's designed to take. So you stay orientated, you've got a means of light, a means of signalling, and a cutting tool, and a means of light and fire, all in one place around your neck whenever you need it. Super simple. Now keep your eye on the shop because these will be coming up in the next week on the shop. As I said, they won't have all of the bits attached. When you get them, they will look like that with those bits on the end. So keep your eye on the shop and keep your eye open. Get one of these. That run up to Christmas, it could be an excellent, excellent stocking filler. Now, there's one other thing I need to go through, and that is who was the lucky winner of the Wedge, and that is coming up next. So this is the Wedge. The lucky winner will be getting a whole set of these, so it's 4 of these. We did another random draw. This time Hazel did it, and she did it in the time-honoured tradition of scrolling through very quickly and then jabbing her finger at the screen. And this week's lucky winner, drum roll please, and it's going to appear here on the screen, is Stephen Grew 6758. So Stephen, get in touch with me via the email address that's going to appear on the screen now, and we'll get those sent out to you as soon as I can. Anyway, I think that's everything. Oh, not quite. In the links box down below, in the description box, pop over there and have a look at my Etsy shop, because over there at the moment there are obviously my super duper Greencraft patches, but there are also, I think I'm about to put a couple more of the guide haversacks. So if you missed out on a guide haversack, keep your eye on the shop, and then another couple are going to appear in the next couple of days. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.